Hello everyone! It's been a while, huh? Well, VVizard here. Let's finally take a look at my latest character, Ganondorf. Announced at the Smash Direct, organized by Regina Reforged, Ganondorf was a collaboration with the brilliant artist of Seer. Okay. Without further ado, let's go!
Look away. You witness a king's revival and the birth of his new world.
And there it is! Ganondorf, the Demon King, has finally arrived in Rivals of Aether Workshop. After so many workshop characters brought aspects of Smash Ganondorf to their kits, we decided to take it upon ourselves to finally bring the man himself to fruition in all this glory. But how exactly did we come to this point? I won't go into too much detail about who Ganondorf is. After all, he's one of gaming's most iconic villains, which speaks for itself, but still I want to give some context. The Legend of Zelda is one of my favorite gaming franchises of all time, with each masterpiece of a game's release being its own historical event. I just had to represent this wonderful series here. Additionally, Ganondorf isn't just one of my favorite characters to play in Smash, but one of my favorite villains of all time. The choice was obvious. After working with Seer on Dark Matter, I contacted him again for another collab, and we both settled on working on Ganondorf, and his fighter design evolved from there. First of all was his incarnation to use. We considered using either his Smash or Ocarina of Time design, or his majestic Hyrule Warriors design. As a note, at the time we were working on Ganondorf, his design and presence in Tears of the Kingdom wasn't revealed yet, which is why we didn't consider this as an option. We also brainstormed if he would use his sword or not, which turned into considering giving him a trident. This tied really nicely into his Hyrule Warriors design, which also uses a trident as a weapon. Settling on having Ganondorf using his trident, next we considered how much he would deviate from his Smash version. This moveset is a favorite of ours as well, so we didn't want to just discard all of that. With that in mind, we tried to keep some of his more iconic Smash moves intact, like his forward tilt and down air, as well as rework some of his Smash moves with the new trident mechanic, like his Flame Choke and Warlock Punch. And just like that, Ganondorf took shape. By utilizing his trident, Ganondorf gets more options at a distance, as well as more brutal moves and sorcery attacks, which represent how he acts in the Legend of Zelda series. This lets him keep some of his more iconic aspects from Smash as well, like his ludicrously powerful but slow attacks. Now, let's take a closer look at how this Ganondorf works. As we said, this Ganondorf retains a couple moves from Smash, mostly some of his normals and aerials, so he should still feel very familiar to fans of his Smash playstyle. However, one immediate addition that improves his gameplay is his ability to float. Just like in Ocarina of Time, and similar to some fan interpretations, our Ganondorf can slowly float while he's in the air. Use this to properly space your devastating blows. Now onto his main gimmick, his trident. While Ganondorf has his trident equipped, some of his moves gain additional range and power, so long as he spaces them properly. These include all of his strongs, specials, forward and back air. The main way to use his trident is with his neutral special, the Trident Throw. Just like in his iconic Ganon boss fights, Ganondorf throws his spinning trident back and forth, dealing multiple hits to anyone in its path. However, there's an additional part. If during any moment you press neutral special again, Ganondorf will command the trident to stop and plunge down, getting stuck in anyone or anything it hits. Don't worry though, you can recall your trident with neutral special once again. Aside from using N special, Ganondorf can also place down his trident by using D strong. This is his only strong that doesn't change properties when having the trident or not, but you can use it to quickly place a trident down. Just hold special during the attack. While the trident is stuck on the ground or in another player, Ganondorf's trident moves will change a bit. They lose their added range, but they're a bit faster to compensate. Having the trident out can be very beneficial to Ganondorf though. For example, using neutral special will bring the trident back to you, opening new combo routes. This is especially pertinent when the trident is stuck to someone. Ganondorf's forward special is his very iconic Flame Choke from Smash. This keeps the same properties of leading into tech chases, both when landing the ground and aerial versions. Yes, Ganondorf can still get inside with the opponent too. However, keep in mind that he will always die first. At first glance, this move doesn't seem to change much when having the trident. It gives Ganondorf extra range when using the move, but there's more to it than that. If you grab someone with the trident version, you can hold down the special button to automatically get them stuck on the trident. Additionally, if you manage to grab someone with a trident already stuck on them, you can again hold special to have Ganondorf perform a mighty kick, which removes the trident from the victim and sends them flying. There's one more additional quirk with forward special and the trident. If the trident is stuck on the ground, you can dash into it with forward special to completely cancel the move, allowing you to act immediately out of it. Next is Ganondorf's brand new down special, the Skyward Strike. This move originates both from Skyward Sword, when Demise does a similar thing with his sword, and Hyrule Warriors, where Ganondorf is seen summoning blue lightning all around, including to his trident. For the attack in this moveset, Ganondorf raises his trident, summons a dark cloud, and brings lightning straight to his trident's tip. This is a devastating move if you hit it just right, though Ganondorf's body and lightning hitboxes are still very useful on their own. If you use this move with a trident out, Ganondorf will instead command the lightning to hit the trident remotely. This creates a powerful hitbox somewhere on the stage for powerful conversions and combos. But that's still not all. If the opponent has a trident stuck to them and is hit by the lightning will consume the trident and stun the opponent for a bit, allowing Ganondorf to follow up into a devastating option. To close it off, we have Ganondorf's new up special, Dark Warp. Unlike in Smash, this new recovery move covers a lot of distance. Though, just like in Smash, Ganondorf is still very vulnerable when using it. You can also press shield to cancel out of the move earlier. With the trident, however, this move gains a lot more utility. By holding the special button while the trident is out, Ganondorf will home in on the trident, traveling with incredible speed and a hitbox to boot. When he arrives at the trident, he'll be able to act immediately. This works with the trident either on the ground or stuck to someone. And last but certainly not least, I just want to bring some attention to Ganondorf's taunt. This maniacal king finally lets loose and laughs to his heart's content. Can you let the whole animation play out during a serious match? As shown in both his trailer and this presentation, Ganondorf comes with a brand new stage, being Ganondorf's Tower. This is the location where his cinematic battle takes place in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Ganondorf's first appearance, so it's very fitting. This stage was made as a commission by the great Gustavo. Just like in the original game, we can see decorative pillars and Gerudo flags, and alongside Ganondorf's gigantic pipe organ in the background. This is all bathed in an orange aura, representing the version seen in Ocarina of Time 3D. However, in the Aether version, the organ and aura take a different design, closer resembling that of the original Nintendo 64 version. Speaking of the Aether version, here the stage starts as a walk-off, but just like in its source material, bit by bit the ground starts to collapse, leaving fewer and fewer places to safely stand on. In a final stop situation, or when all of the blocks have fallen, the stage also transitions to the orange glow. Another quirk of this stage is, in either version of the stage, if anyone is KO'd, they'll be stuck in a crystal that hangs high on the stage, just like what happens to Princess Zelda in Ocarina of Time. As for the stage's music, it features 4 music tracks, which can be picked at the start of the match with the right analog stick. These 4 tracks present are all tied to Ganondorf's character and boss fights from his various appearances. I would also like to give a special shout out to the amazing splash screen used for Ganondorf's trailer. Drawn by the amazing Altali, Ganondorf looks so very imposing here. And with that, we conclude this presentation. It's good to be back. I hope you all have enjoyed what we've shown here, and I hope you all have fun with Ganondorf and his home stage, which will be available as soon as this presentation wraps up. Now before we wrap this up, as always I would like to thank everyone involved in this project, especially Artist of Seer. Again, it was an enormous pleasure and honor to work with someone as talented as you are, with every single Ganondorf animation being breathtaking and simply perfect. You really brought this new version of the Demon King to life, and for that, I thank you. And of course, I would like to thank my great friend VVizard for once again lending me your clear voice, to Regina Reforged for hosting the Smash Direct where we first announced Ganondorf, to Gustavo for his great work on Ganondorf's Tower, and to Altali for his beautiful splash screen and thumbnail artwork. Thanks to all of you! Now before I go, I have a final announcement for you all. I know you guys won't want to miss this. With that, I bid you all farewell. Take care, enjoy our Ganondorf, and see ya!